In Tuishou,
它是手在动，手没有动。
you might imagine that it's the hands that are moving, but it's not really. It's the body that's moving.
我是身体在动，我是手还在
The
动。
body is moving, the waist is moving.
还是需要长了，还是对称？推过来，我断了，转，还是在动。
Notice that it's the
我的
waist
手没有说是
that's deflecting. It's not the arms of by themselves, separate from the body, that's doing the work. It's the waist that's doing the work, and the arms just go with the waist.
完全用腰。
Use the waist,
身体的
body, and the turning of the waist and the body to deflect.
这个手来。
If this hand, suppose this hand arrives,
我是转。
the same idea. There's a deflect.
手还在这里。
But notice that my hand, relative to my body, has not changed.
推来，两手推来。
So it's not the arm that's doing the work, it's the waist.
还在这里。
The arm,
我
relative
没
to the
有
body,
推来。
not like this.
糟糕，这个就坏了，这个。
There, quickly, I've created a gap. I've dropped myself into the void, and then she enters.
所以手没有什么大的动作。
So the hands, relative to the body, have no great movements. They don't move separate. They're following the waist and the body as the body turns. The body takes the arms with it.
杨露禅注释。
In Yang Luchan, ancestor Yang
他是一个
Luchan,
碰手，
here he had a pengshou.
这地方一个。
And in the peng, between the palm and his stomach, he put a stick of incense.
啪！哎呀，碰出去了。
And he did a peng fa jing.
这个香
The energy channeled outward with the peng, but the incense didn't drop.
也没有断掉。
That stick of incense from the palm to his stomach didn't drop. So it means that the arm didn't move separate from his body.
所以这个证明这个手啊，没有什么大的
It
动。
means that the hand didn't move of its own accord. It's the body, the arm, the waist, all is one.
身体碰转，身体在转。因为太极拳就是一种
Taijiquan is a neigong idea.
主要是以
The
气
most
为主。
important aspect is the internal, and it's just gradually manifested on the
不
outside.
光是右手，左手是
Right hand, left
一样的
hand,
灵活
everything should be equally lively
左手
and
它也是
agile.
一样的，他的手不是这个样的。
The hand is not like
它也
this.
是这种形
The outside body, the arms are one with the body, and the inside body is one with the outside body.
所以是一定要内外相
Here we must
气
have
动
the
作
qi with the external movements one. They
这个
can't be
力量是
separate.
强。
And when you can make those two things one, now your internal energy is great.
你光用手力，
If you can only use the energy of the muscular force of the arm and not connect it to the internal energy of the dantian.
有的人是用这个力气，
Some people, for example, use only the external force of the arm and they don't breathe. They hold their breath and use the external force of their arm.
这个会内伤。
This will cause internal injury over a long period of time.
所以一定要气要有
You
力
must
气。
have this elasticity in the breathing, which then is manifested
所以
externally.
意受玄关，
The mind at
意受在
the
玄关，
at the 玄关，
受在玄关，
right
意
here.
念
This is where the mind should be.
气受丹
The。qi should be here and concentrated in the dantian.
你要没有这两个东西，
If you don't have these two polar points being activated, then your taiji really
永
can't
远是
improve.
被打出去。
And you'll always be pushed over by your partner.
除非你力量替他力量大，
Unless
不懂你这力
The
量
other
大，
partner
他的
doesn't
力
know
量小。
anything about tai chi, and you yourself, you're full of muscular force. That would be one situation where you might be able to push your partner over.
除非你遇上个力量大的比你大的话，
But
你抓住你动一会儿。
If you meet somebody who's got much greater physical strength than you do, they'll just pick you up and throw you over.
所以说我们做什么事
So no matter what
要
you
小
do,
要多小，
you've got
多
to
听。
listen as much as possible, have as much experience as possible, and little by little you will improve greatly.
要是老守住自己这一点，一辈子也不会走。
If you only keep this tiny little piece that you have and know well, and that's all you do, then you're not going to be able to expand your practice.
所以一定要看人家的。
So that you are in this class, try to take advantage of the good points that we're offering. Whatever you do, don't think, oh well, mine is the best, and I'm not going to be able to absorb anything from this class. Wherever you go, you always will find something that you can learn. And if you have this type of a heart, then wherever you go, you'll also be constantly improving. If you always are going around thinking, mine is the best, and no one else is going to tell me anything different, then you're harming, it's only harming yourself. You're not able to expand your practice. Even the wonderful things that people put on a plate in front of your nose, and you don't take it. You're only keeping this tiny little amount of what you feel you know to yourself and not expanding. This is not helpful. So, learn, train, expand your practice. And you'll be able to improve greatly. It's only to your benefit. It cannot harm you in any way. Everybody, take advantage of this class. The idea is to get rid of your the not good aspects and to replenish the good aspects. Listen as best you can. I'll try to explain as many of the principles and theories as possible. Try to absorb as much as you can. And as you start your push hands practice and as you've had more and more experience, you will greatly improve. As soon as the hands are able to stay relaxed, they get very free and lively. And their transformations become great. You can make great transformations very quickly without the partner even knowing what happened. If you've got hard physical strength like this, you're stuck. The other person has already made many, many moves and you haven't even moved yet. So, but this can only come with being relaxed. Dare to be relaxed. Relax, 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 but don't forget fullness in the dantian. And mind should be at full attention here at Shenguan. The mind at Shenguan, the qi in the dantian. If the yi, the mind, and qi, with the mind directing the qi, the bones and the muscles and the ligaments are going to listen to the commands of the mind and the qi. And if this is the correct sequence of events. If you have no mind leading the qi, and you have no qi, and you're only using external physical strength, then it comes to nothing. Like taekwondo or karate, it's all external strength. It is a gongfu, but it's a lower level gongfu. But we want to go to the middle and higher levels, and that requires relaxedness. So I take this opportunity to explain this further. Why is it necessary to really relax the arms as much as possible? It looks as if you're not using your natural strength. But the internal strength that you have is limitless. Your external bodily strength is limited. So why limit yourself to the external body strength? For example, if you're only using your physical body strength, you can maybe lift 50 pounds. And if you add maybe 5 pounds more, then you can't lift it. This has to do with li, or physical strength only. But with neijin or internal strength,
就不一定了。
that's not necessarily true.
那个他不认为这是这一动作，而不是。
You have no feeling of limits.
他每次都是很正式的气，放松气，
You relax, fill up the dantian with qi.
他腰上一晃，
And with the twist of the waist, who knows how much you'll be able to lift up.
这个不一样，是内劲和外力啊。
The internal strength and external force are two very, very different things.
所以这个单手平原
The
是
single
很
arm,
困难的一个动作。
the difficultness is to make this distinction. And basic exercise number 6 forces you to zero in on this question.
说这一小段里面单手平原最难。
And so of the basic exercises 1 through 6, this is the most difficult to get through.
就是单手平原，和你两个人推车，来，
Two partners are together,
一个手先跑，
and so you might say to your parent, oh, okay, want to try
两个
this?
手推。
And then you might try 2 hands with the vertical circle, and then you go into Panglu Anjing. So this might be a typical 3 different type of hand move sequence that you would perhaps start off with somebody you don't know.
所以这个单手平原。
So this single hand horizontal circle is crucial.
借由单手平原里面就可以知道你的一切，你的练的。
Because a person with good gong fu from just this one hand movement will be able to know everything about your gong fu.
哎，你有的经验是马上
Whether you've got experience, whether you've got internal strength,
对方一出手
the hand goes out,
就知道你有
and immediately with the touch, you know everything about that person's gong fu. The push is forward,
站起来，
and notice that there's a spring up with the back leg.
重心还在后腿
The weight's still in the back leg.
好吧，这是这个，干到这里就没有用了，
Once I feel that I've not been successful,
就回来，
then roll back down to a
回来再坐下，
and the B person sinks back down to the back leg.
就是阴按，
A
一
push
手，阴按，一放啊，阴按，
and
一手，
a return. That's all that B is doing.
按出去要蹬后腿，
Notice that the B person is just springing up on the back leg and back down again,
就是后腿这个看
springing
好，
up on the back leg
坐下起来，
and back down again.
一放放手，
The A person starts in a pung position.
对方按了以后，
When the B
手
person
转滑，
pushes,
哎，开始手转，
notice how the
手
palm
一边往上滑，
rotates
一边
outward.
转。
Now the palm is facing forward.
为什么要转？
Why does the palm have to turn?
因为这个对方推来，你要不转，
If you don't turn,
再动，他还是可以把你推倒，因为是化不掉。
because it's difficult to get the rotation
这个
of
手一边转一边转，这个转就把对方的力量
the
化掉。
rotation of the hand helps to rotate
哎
the，force
转
away.
化掉，化掉以后伸向后
Notice
仰，
how the back goes back.
左手贴于对方的胸
The
前，
hand goes towards the center of the partner's chest.
那不一定要挨住啊，不
You
要
don't
挨
have
住手。
to, in this practice, your hand is actually
这是个
to
预
touch,
防，
but it's just there
不
to
要打你
prepare.
打，你不打你不要打。
If you wanted to, you could use it. If you didn't want to, you don't have to. So the hand is right there.
这个重心也是坐后
Notice
腿，
the weight is on the back leg.
前腿是虚腿，
There's a bend backward from the waist,
然后起来，
and then roll back down to a up
都可以伸手
position.
他起来他坐
And
下，
when one person is up, the other person is down,
然后
and
这
then
边坐下，
one
这边
person
起
up,
来，
the other person down. Seesawing back and forth.
他的眼睛一直看对方的
The
胸，
eyes look forward at the partner.
他的眼睛一直要看对方
Both
的眼，
partners are looking either at the eyes
要
or
注意，
shoulder or
注意看
chest.
是第一点啊。好，好，大家看到了，这多一个
Everybody
手
see
的
that
动作
this，was
这个
an
手
extra
是
hand
上部
movement,
发自
bending
一
backward from
边
the waist,
把它的力
using
量
an
转
upward
就
palm
放，
and a
放
roll
到这个
out
手
with
啊
the
到
palm.
自己头
The palm should end up right about here, somewhere above the head.
不要到自己的眼前
Should not be covering the
把
eyes.
自己眼睛当作什么看
Otherwise,
不
you
到
can't see anything.